Man, what's going on with you guys, man? Welcome to the channel, man. Hopefully everything is solid with you guys. And what we're going to discuss today is about how we let our circumstances keep us where we're at. Like, for most of my life, I let my struggles and my shortcomings, my insecurities keep me where I was at. So for most of my life, I was always in this constant circle of meet a woman I'm like, or I'm too scared. I get nervous around the woman I really want, mess it up with her, self-sabotage, do the same thing over. Or even with job opportunities, business opportunities, I would let the L's, demotivate me when they should be teaching me. You know what I'm saying? I never learned from my lessons, so life kept giving me the same test over and over again. And I think a lot of us in the time we live in, like a lot of us, we see how women act. We see they got these list of standards. We see them rejecting dudes, and we automatically check ourselves out because we like, dang, I don't even want to compete because every time I try to compete, I lose. But then if you go ask that person to pull up, man, how many people have you talked to in the last 3 months? It's like 2 people. It's like the person that says, oh, there's no jobs hiring. And you ask them how many jobs you applied to. And they say 4. Well, that's why. It's all a numbers game. And no one ever told me this information. And when you think about it, man, it's just crazy to understand the power of the mind, right? Because when you have that feeling sorry for yourself, pity party, oh, I'm stuck in my situation type of attitude, what's going to happen is you automatically losing with women. Go look at what all these war heroes say about war. The battle is won first in the mind. So it's the same thing with women. A lot of times we self-sabotage ourselves from the rip because we think, oh, the next girl is just going to be like the last one. The next one's going to be like the last one. But here's the thing. Once I got out that way of thinking, you understand that you as the man, when you're in control over the way you think and you think positive about your life, you feel good about yourself, you have a good outlook, you're not worried about somebody that's not for you because people will show you who they are. So allow people to show you who they are and understand this is a numbers game. So we can't be out here just like taking things personally and all these different things because that's going to kill you. It's going to kill you with these women, and not even with women, people in general. People prey on the weak. So the crazy part is a lot of times for me, yes, I would blame myself when I didn't succeed with women. I always blame myself. I just wasn't doing nothing about it. But what you see nowadays is dudes be blaming the women. And shout out to Ron Wills, because Ron Wills always talks about how like the only thing that these women have in common is you. You know what I'm saying? So clearly you're the problem. And a lot of times we can't admit that you're the problem. You need to work on your social skills. You got to work on reading the room. You got to work on your hygiene, your fashion, your swagger, your communication skills, escalation skills. You as a man have to work on that because a woman ain't going to do it for you. And nobody else is going to do it for you. If you see a family homeless on the street, it's always going to be about asking the man, what did he do wrong? Why couldn't he provide a household? It's always the man's fault. So at the end of the day, that's the beautiful and sucky part about being a man. No one cares. If you build it up, everybody gonna rock with you. But if you're not doing nothing about it, nobody cares. You're not like the girl that can cry and everybody's gonna be at her beck and call. That's not the reality that we live in as men. You can't let your current circumstance keep you where you at, because it will always keep you where you at. If you want to get the woman that you want, especially nowadays dealing with social media, Instagram, dating apps, you got to have a photographer. You got to get the best pictures. You know, a lot of us are so hyper focused on just getting a woman. We rather just soak in misery and, oh, I'm going to feel sorry for myself. Woe is me. Victim's mentality. This the way God laid it out to be. These are the way my cards and my hand was dealt. A lot of us, we make those type of excuses. Because I had, you know what I'm saying? I got success with women later on in life. I didn't have success like that when I was in high school. But when I got to college, the game changed. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of us, you have to do more. When you don't have nothing, it should mold your situation to make you want to improve and get better. Because I got to a point after when I got to college, I was like, enough is enough. I need to learn how to talk to women. I need to learn how to be my best self. it's all about exuding your best self. You got to exude your best self and understand the results are going to come. As long as I keep doing what I need to do, the results are going to be there, especially with women. Like with women, once you get you some wins, you know you can do it. And then once you get you some wins and now you got standards, you're not just going to mess with anybody. You got to have your vetting has to be on point these days, because we live in a time now where, like, with dates, when I remember a couple years ago, I met a chick online, and literally I think that's the first time that I got love bombed. She finessed me for the food date. I never heard from her again, because I remember we was on a date. She was like, man, I like the way your arms look. And then she was like, I like your smile. Like, and she would say these compliments like back to back. So I remember thinking, like, that's crazy. Like, why she keep making compliments? She was love bombing me. And then guess what? After that, I was like, hey, we should go back to my spot, you know what I'm saying, and play some Uno. I got some wine. And she was like, oh, can we do it Wednesday or something like that? And I remember thinking, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. And guess what? Never heard from her again. So when you go through situations with women, you have to take the learning lesson from it. So it's like, all right, cool. How do I prevent that? Okay, now I know what gaslighting is. So when a woman's coming at me from that angle, I understand, okay, she just trying to love bomb me or gaslight me or whatever. Also, too, the spending less money, cost-effective dates. You'll learn that too, because the guys that take the chicks that go on these 5-star dinner dates to Noble and all these Ruth Chris and all these different places, when you go in there, you spending $250, $300. She going home afterwards. She ain't coming to your spot, and you didn't waste all that money. And we know as men, like, we hate spending money that's wasted on women. We hate it. And, you know, shout out to FedEx Fearless. He talks a lot about a lot of times that when you're in scarcity, it causes you to do a lot of simpish stuff with women. So when you're in scarcity, you'll pay for sex. You'll pay for the OnlyFans. You'll go 3 hours to go see a chick. That's why we have to have abundance. Now, I understand it's hard when you ain't got nothing, when you ain't got no women or nothing going on, or you ain't had sex in a lot of years. I get it. It's difficult because you looking at your circumstance like, dang, man, like, I understand. But at the same time, being in scarcity ain't gonna do no better. It's just gonna make it worse. That's why your mindset has to be from abundance. I'm gonna get what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get what I want. And if a woman doesn't want me, that's cool. I'm gonna go on to the next. Because when you stay stuck on a woman who doesn't want you, all you're gonna do is make yourself depressed. You're gonna feel sorry for your circumstance. Now you right back in that cycle until you meet the next woman and do the same thing. It's crazy, man. You gotta be on point out here. It's all about presenting your best self, working on your mindset, working on your craft. You can't put women first in life. For so much of my life, I put women first. If a chick didn't text me back, I'm sad the whole day. That literally decided my day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have priorities in life. My day decided on if this woman hits me back or not. She controls my mood, and she knows she's doing that. See, women know they're doing that too. A lot of times women are controlling your mood and how you feel. They know they're doing that. This is why you have to let go of any woman that's not on your program, because if not, it can drain you. It can drain you. You got to be focused on the women that want you. That's why you vet, so that way you can get the ones that are stick to you, that's attracted to you, that wants you, that wants to rock with you, that wants to make your life easier, that wants to add value to you, that likes you for you. Not a woman that likes you because you can take her to Noble. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole message, man. It's all about presenting your best self, not feeling sorry for your current circumstance. Too many of us, we feel sorry because we feel like, oh, I can never get a girl, or I'm this height, or I don't make enough money. Women don't care about none of that. Women want a guy who's confident. A woman wants a guy that can handle his responsibilities. She wants a man that can be his masculine, that can go get it, that's ambitious, that got drive. That's all she care about. As long as you headed somewhere, you straight. You know what I'm saying? The problem is when you stuck where you at, and the woman realizes you stuck where you at, then it's game over. You got to be steadily progressing. That's what it's all about. It's like I say on every video, man, continue to put yourself first. right, guys, this is my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.